Hello and welcome back to my channel, Stitches with Love. My name is Elizabeth, and this is my little corner of the world where I share all about my knitting adventures on and off the needles. And today, I am very excited about what I have to share with you and what I have coming up on the needles. So, if you're interested, grab a cup of something to sip on, a project if you have anything on the needles, and we're going to get started. All right, so first things first, today is June 1st, which means that I absolutely do not have my May sock of the month done, but I'm pretty darn close. So I'm going to go ahead and share what I have so far, and then I will go on to what's coming up for the month of June. Okay, so this is the first May sock of the month. This is the second, clearly not a finished pair. But it wasn't for lack of trying, darn it. Okay, so I am past the gussets. I'm working on the foot section. I probably won't have this done today, but I am going to try. It is my day off, and I've gotten my chores going, so hopefully at this point, at least for a little while in my day, I can take a break and do some really solid knitting time and hopefully finish this sock today or tomorrow or next Tuesday. I have no idea when this is going to get done, but I'm really going to try to get it done in the next couple of days. And then the May socks of the month will be done. I am still going to cast on the June socks of the month today because it is the first of the month, and I just don't want to get behind because I'm trying to finish this pair first. So that's an update on those. The June socks of the month are in this cute little bag by Daisy Girl and Company. She's on Etsy. You can look her up. Daisy Girl and Company. Really cute bags. I have wound my yarn after much confusion and frustration. It was this whole thing. I'm not planning to do them two at a time. It's just easier for me to manage if I have two smaller balls of yarn rather than one large one. So this is the main color. This is called Kite Strings. And then the coordinating color is called Peaches, which doesn't look super peachy on the camera, but it is. It's a very pretty color. So Peaches and Kite Strings, these are the May Yarnable subscription color, but I already have something for May, and these look really summery, so I thought these would be good for the June socks. I'm going to be using my new needles. I have no idea what these are. They were like $8 on Amazon. They look and feel very similar to the Chiao Goose that I use. And they are size US 1s, 2.25s. I'll be doing the magic loop method one at a time. And then my stitch marker for June is this cute little dinosaur. I don't remember where I got him. He's off of Etsy from somewhere. He came in a set of 3. But dinosaurs are cute and fun, and it makes me happy. So that's going to be the stitch marker for the June socks of the month. And regardless of what else I do today, I am going to go ahead and get those cast on. And then, to go along with the month of June, I have my June Yarnable that came in. And I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of the color purple. It's just not my favorite, but I really like this color purple that they sent. So this is the main color. This is called Fairy Godmother. And it's a really lovely, I'm going to call it speckled yarn with green a little bit of yellow and blue, some purple and white. Really curious to see how this works out. And then the coordinating color is this really cool purple, not quite neon, almost like a light electric shade. It's called Wish Granted. And it's not showing up true to color on screen, but it is a really cool shade of purple. And I think those together are going to look quite nice. Definitely socks. I'm not thinking I want to use them for summer socks. To me, they look more like a winter color theme, but I also have something coming up where I need to bring a gift. So I might just go ahead and make them anyway. Or maybe I'll use the June socks of the month for that gift since I'm already knitting them up. I'm not sure. But anyway, these will definitely be socks and I love them. And I'll keep you posted on whatever I end up doing with this. So June Yarnable colorway. And then I have another project that I absolutely have no business casting on. But by this point, you already probably know my knitting style. And I just don't do things one at a time. So this is a lightweight summer cardigan. I've actually taken a break from doing it for the last few days because I've been trying to get the May socks done. But it is going to be a really lightweight summer cardigan, which I had wanted to do anyway. I wanted to do a lightweight summer top of some kind, and I have a few patterns set aside so that when I'm ready, I will buy the pattern, I will buy the yarn, and I will work them up. But we have family photos coming up in July, and so I have 1 month to get this done because I'm either really ambitious or completely nuts. I just thought it would be really fun to make something to wear. If I end up not getting it done by family photos, I'm just going to buy a lightweight summer cardigan and it will be fine. But I was already going to make one anyway, and I have a special occasion to wear it, so why not? This is the pattern. I found it on Ravelry. It is a purchase pattern. I don't remember how much. It wasn't very much, only a few dollars, but this is what it will look like. So it's a short crop top. You've got a little bit of lace here, and then up it's just plain stockinette. Can you see that okay? Maybe that's a little bit better. I am going to shorten the sleeves because it is a summer weight cardigan. I would like something a little shorter in the sleeve, probably more like this, more like a cap sleeve, but also because of the time constraints that I have. So likely going to be just a very short sleeve. This is called the Marguerite Cropped Cardi. If you want to look it up on Ravelry and purchase your own copy. And then I'm working on the same needles that I'm going to be using for the June sock of the month. This is a different colored cable, but it is the same kind of needle. Really fine yarn, really small needles. These are size, I'm using 3.5, no, yeah, 3.5 needle and a size 3 needle. Those are millimeter sizes. So that's what, let's see, does it have the US sizes on here? I don't remember if it does. Let's see, so that's like I think it's like a size 2.5 US and a size 3 US, something around there, very small needles. just a little bit bigger for what I would use for my socks, if that gives you a reference. So we'll see if I actually get this done before July. It's not a complicated pattern, but it does require me to think a little bit just because it's a lace work pattern, and so I have to kind of pay attention. And then if you're curious about the yarn that I'm using, I bought it on Amazon, and it is by Yarn Art, and it's their baby cotton. And this is kind of like a sport weight yarn. I don't remember if it actually says on here what weight. It's a fine weight yarn. Number 2, fine weight. So we'll see. I like the way it's working up. I don't find that it's very splitty. Some cotton yarns and plant-based fibers can be really splitty and frustrating to work with. This really hasn't been the case with this particular one, which I appreciate, especially given the timeline. I don't want to have to spend a lot of time fixing yarn issues. So that's that. And I actually do have one one finished project that I forgot about. So I made this recently, I think last week maybe. It is Bev's Turn On Itself pot holder pattern. You can find it on Ravelry. And you start by making a chain of 30 stitches using a crochet hook size, I think it calls for a size G. I didn't have that, so I used what I do have, which is a size, I think a size H. I didn't have exactly the same size. And I made it up exactly as the pattern said, but I'm not crazy about it. It was not difficult to do, but this is a really small size to use as a pot holder. You're going to burn yourself. You can't even cover your hand when you're pulling something out of the oven. But I use it to put my teapot on. You can use it as a coaster. You can put a small pot on it. So it's a nice size for small things, but I wouldn't use this size to take something off the stove or out of the oven just because it's so small. It's made out of dishcloth cotton. If I make this again, I will do a smaller crochet hook and I will do a longer chain. The pattern says you can do any amount of stitches, but I followed it exactly just because I wanted to see what it was like. So this is a 30 chain, and I would definitely do it bigger. I don't know if I really love it or not. I started making a bigger one and I just don't really like it. And I think it's because I'm using that bigger size hook because that's all I have. So it might be okay with a smaller size hook and just a longer chain. We'll see. I don't know. I put it aside for now. So Bev's Turn On Itself pot holder, you can find it on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. It's very easy. This didn't take very long at all to work up. I just don't know if I really love it enough to make more. I think that's all I have. I am going to go cast on the June sock of the month, do a little work on my May sock of the month, and I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking I should probably also have some lunch. Until next time, happy knitting. Happy Monday, and God loves you. Bye.